This past summer, the Canucks lost a valuable member of their family, Rick Rypien. We are pleased to have in attendance Rick's family.
When Wes Rypien Jr. thinks about brother Rick in the Canucks jersey, he's reminded of an inspirational memento.
Rick brought us out for the UFC in Vancouver and brought this jersey out for us, and everyone got one, and obviously it says to Wes, always believe Rick Rypien, something that I can always read and when I'm having tough times myself.
If I was to ask you one story that would make you laugh.
One that stands out would be last year, this spring, we had a wild meat barbecue, and he actually had his knee brace on from his knee surgery, and Rick, whether people know it or not, really liked to dance. He started, doing his dance moves and that, and that makes me laugh because it was a good time. That's something a lot of people talk about, that is, how he could be the life of the party.
I can only imagine how much Kevin Bieksa will get ribbed once people see this this photo.
This photo, actually, he tells the story about, he told it at Rick's funeral, and it's a funny story. He tells it how they had a tough time having their tough guy faces. They kept breaking up and laughing. Kevin meant a lot to Rick, helped him a lot. He's been great for our family as well, throughout this whole process. You can't thank him enough for what he's done.
How are you and your family doing?
It's a lonely feeling, not having him around. You spend so much time with somebody that, when he's not there anymore, and it's not just not being in the house, but not being able to give him a call. It's, it's difficult. He's one of those guys that, he always had your back no matter what, and, not having that anymore is, like I said before, it's a lonely feeling.
It is important to Wes and the Canucks to make sure no one else feels that pain again. The team donated $50,000 to help relaunch mindcheck.ca, a special interactive website where people can post their own testimonials about the battle against mental illness. Wes hasn't posted anything yet, but does have some advice.
I really think that it's important to be proactive, though, especially from the person in a supporting role. You can get caught up in trying to protect somebody by not saying anything, or when I don't know if that's going to be helpful in the long run. When you see somebody who has always been outgoing starting to pull back, and being kind of secretive and whatnot, it's I think it was something I didn't recognize right off the bat. You're not showed how to deal with this. I wasn't anyways. How to deal with that, and there was a lot of different symptoms that, now looking back, I wish I would have known.
In addition to mindcheck.ca, what's important to Wes is keeping Rick's legacy alive. First, with the continuation of their hockey school in Alberta.
We named the hockey school the Rick Rypien Memorial Hockey School.
So you're going to keep it going?
We're going to keep it going. Everybody's on board to come back and help out. And we're going to start a charity golf tournament too, the weekend before the hockey school, to kind of kickstart it and raise money for soon-to-be-named charity foundation in Rick's honor.
Second, by keeping and remodeling the 5-acre property they shared.
He wanted to make it a place where the family could come and enjoy themselves, and it definitely means a lot to keep something like that going for somebody after they've passed away.
It is a great tribute for Rick Rypien that his brother Wes is willing to do that for him. It is a tremendous property, and you can see how strongly the Rypien family feels about keeping it within them and growing it as a tribute to Rick. If you want to take more information out of the mindcheck.ca website, just go there, mindcheck.ca, take a look at it. The Canucks want you to post videos. They want you to post your own experiences so other people can look at them and share them. It's a huge initiative. It's done great things so far, and it's really worthwhile, Ron, in terms of making sure in the future people have to feel as little of this pain as they possibly have to again.
Well, Elliott, that's love, and it's an ache we still remember. Thank you for that.